The good news and the bad news of crypto. My name is Wayne, and if you like money and crypto, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Do also hit the notification bell so that you can join us live to get the latest updates. So let's see. Today, China always having some changes in terms of their policy that is affecting the crypto space. So let me share my screen. We have Bitcoin takes a hit on China as China declares all cryptocurrency transaction as illegal. Now Manish won't be joining us today. Hopefully he comes in. He's actually in a current shoot now on hopping on a few islands outside of Singapore. So if he can join us live, we get a glimpse of what he's actually doing. And my turn will come sometime next week. So Shanghai, China intensifies crackdown on cryptocurrency trading on Friday, vowing to root out illegal activities hitting bitcoins and other major coins and pressuring crypto and blockchain related stocks. Now, 10 Chinese government agencies, including the central bank as well as banking, securities and foreign exchange regulators, said in a joint statement that they will work closely to maintain a high pressure clampdown on trading cryptocurrencies. Now, the people of the Bank of China, PBOC, said cryptocurrency must not circulate in markets as traditional currencies and that overseas exchange are barred from providing services for mainland investors via the internet. Now, the PBOC also barred the financial institutions, payment companies, and internet firms from facilitating cryptocurrency trading. Now, the move comes after China's State Council or Cabinet vow in May to crack down on Bitcoin mining and trading as part of the efforts to fend off financial risk, sparking a major sell-off of cryptocurrency. Now, the Chinese government will clamp down on virtual currency speculation and related financial activities and misbehavior in order to safeguard people's properties and maintain economic, financial, and social order, the PBOC said in a statement on its website. Now, in response to the latest move, Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, dropped over 6% to 42,000, having earlier been down about 1%. Now, smaller coins, which typically rise and falls in tandem with Bitcoins, also tumbled. Now, either fell 10%, while XRP a similar amount, and there is a degree of panic in the air, said Joseph Edwards, head of research of cryptocurrency broker Enigma Securities in London. Crypto continues to exist in a grey area legality across the board of China. The move also hit cryptocurrency and blockchain related shares. US listed miners Riot Blockchain, Marathon Digital, and Bit Digital slipping between 6.3% and 7.5% in pre-market trading. China focused on the SOS drop of 6.1%, while San Francisco crypto exchange Coinbase Global fell 3.4%. Now, the National Development and Reform Commission, NDRC, said in launching a thorough nationwide cleanup on cryptocurrency mining, such activities contribute little to China's economic growth, spawns risks, and consumes large amount of energy and hamper carbon neutral goals. Now, it's imperative to wipe out cryptocurrency mining, a task key to promoting high quality growth of China's economic, and NDRC that stated in a notice to the local governments. Now, the NDRC also said that it will work closely with other government agencies to ensure financial support and electricity supply will be cut off for mining. Now, the national planning body also urged local governments to come up with specific timetable and roadmap to eradicate such activity. So, China also had a recent situation over at the real estate side of things, similar to what Lehman Brothers happened maybe about close to a decade right now. But all of this FUD that is creating in the market only help to drive prices down so that retailers as well as countries who are slowly adopting cryptocurrencies can hop on into acquiring more coins, as there is a limited supply of Bitcoin till 2040, where we will do multiple halvings and we will end the limit. Uh, Most likely mine all the available cryptocurrencies in the Bitcoin space. So that's all I have in the news today. It's something to take note in the event you are not aware on the China situation, both in the real estate market as well as clamping down cryptocurrency as illegal. Now, of course, there's a exchange between wealth on the stock market side of things. It's a $250 trillion company, and $3 trillion industry, and all that money is actually flowing into Krypton and vice versa. So people are just trying to speculate, as well as putting where is the best return on investment on their money. So let's look also on the crypto side of things. We are doing very low, 28 compared to the 75 that we had last month, in terms of the greed versus the fear. So in the stock market, as well as in the crypto market, as long as you are doing investing, there's always that emotional portion on greed as well as fear that is in play. So experienced trader, experience someone who has the mindset of a trader, as well as a mindset of a long-term investor, will not be moved by such fear and greed in the marketplace. So this greed index, of course, has measured certain things like volatility, market momentum, social media presence, dominance of the current cryptocurrency coin or tokens, as well as the trend. So in the stock market, we had a slight up of a little bit of fear, where that news came out about the real estate over in China that could potentially affect global markets. But however, I think people assess the situation. Maybe the sentiment is that this is fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the media, causing people to move their money out, especially in the crypto space, where retailers actually owns 80% of the entire crypto space, followed by 10% of countries and institutions, as well as 10% of the whales. So let's see what's happening over at the crypto. Today we are looking a bit bullish, very nice green pastures across the crypto space, with 12,000 over coins, cryptos, exchanges of about 400 over exchanges. Market cap has slightly dipped from the 2.4 trillion which we saw, and heading down to 1.9. Now the lowest we ever been in 2021 was at 1.4 trillion, so that's something to take note. We are still about 5 billion, um, 5 over billion in terms of the 500 over billion in terms of the market, and we are still very early, and we have not entered the bull, which is the cycle between October and December. So Bitcoin, of course, still takes about 42% of the entire cryptocurrencies. Ethereum about 18%. Now the three trending coins is Cardano, X Hunter, and Loud Market. Now in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin is trading slightly up about 0.25%, with about 800 billion in terms of market cap. Ethereum is down by 0.72, Cardano is up by 8.29, USDT is up by 0.04, BNB is up by 1.34, XRP is up by 1.91, Solana is up by 1.92, USDC is slightly up by 0.04, Polkadot is up by 1.07, and Doge still holding 10th place in the top 10 of the crypto space at 0.72. Now, of course, we are keeping track on the 7 days in terms of crypto. So you can look at this as a kind of a Christmas sale, because Bitcoin in the last 7 days compared to the rest of the cryptocurrencies are considered as a 15% discount, 20% discount to acquire more coins. But again, this is not financial advice. We are more on the education and raising awareness. So let's talk a bit about the price prediction between October and December. So Bitcoin, we are expecting Bitcoin to target is 100,000, Ethereum $10,000, per Ethereum. Cardano between 3 to 5 USDT, of course, that's a stable coin. BNB 1,000. XRP parabolic move to 20, so you can purchase something at 90 cents and potentially have it at 20 if they win the lawsuit that they are facing right now. Solana is target between 200 and 250. Dodge, of course, it's currently trading at 20, but we are still expecting a dollar, because right now there's consideration on AMC having over 1,000 of cinemas across the United States. We also have Dodge being seen as a currency, the people's currency, and there's 800 nodes to be upgraded, transaction cost to be cheap, and Dodge should be able to travel to the Ethereum network, as confirmed a couple of weeks back by a programmer. So of course, backed by two billionaires, Mark Cuban from the Dallas Maverick, as well as Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla. So that's something to take note, because they continuously influence retailers to move towards taking something which is supposed to be fun and has no actual intrinsic value, but of course adoption in terms of use cases around the world, in terms of real estate as well as entertainment industry. Now, Polkadot, of course, price prediction will be at about $85, and that's due to the parachains upgrade that they have had. Ethereum, of course, we will be looking at about the Ethereum 2.0 as well as Bitcoin. I forgot what is it. It's something to call with the UTEP. That will be something sometime in November, and that will actually help to usher in more lesser transaction fee, higher speed in terms of executing the trade, and a few more things that they have had in mind in terms of the upgrade. So that's something that we could look at. Another few coins to take note: we have Avalanche, Luna, Chainlink, Algorand, and also FTT, which is currently trading at $50. And this is something that we'll be covering tomorrow when Manish is back. So a few things to take note, and price prediction, of course, is an anticipation of the things to come, especially taking into consideration a few parameters like the community, the how it is trending in terms of dominance, utility, and of course, anything can happen in the crypto space. So do your own due diligence, study and research, and make a decision. Looking at Bitcoin, of course, in the last day, 24 hours, we can see that it's really bullish. Low volume cap that is coming in to sell the Bitcoin, of course, driving prices down with the support of 40,000 for the Bitcoin. Will it drop further? I don't know at this point of time. It really depends on how institutions, the countries, the policies that's coming from the SEC, as well as the adoption that will help move Bitcoin, because we still believe in the blockchain technology. So that's something that we constantly have to look at, that is changing the way in terms of how we operate, instead of using the fiat money, which sooner or later will be eradicated in some time future, because everything, as you can see through C19, is converting and transforming the entire environment globally, as well as the behavior of humans, because we can see that institutions are moving off from traditional ways onto the digital space. So in time to come, most likely we'll be in the VR space. We have AR, we have AI, we have machine learning, and that is a blockchain technology that captures audit trails, consensus. So things like this will help to ease money laundering. Moving money here without having a trail. So blockchain definitely will be there to stay, and we are still very early in the $2 trillion industry, because looking at the rest of the industry, example for the stocks and bonds, we are looking at a $250 trillion dollar industry. So 2 trillion is a very small industry. Even all the countries around the world have not really fully adopted cryptocurrency as a financial asset, because if they did, then the whales would be in trouble for market manipulation, as well as exchanges who do not comply, because exchanges will have visibilities to the current transactions between wallets, and they could be potentially the whale themselves. So that's why the SEC policies are coming into play, a framework that will actually scrutinize exchanges, setting up that framework so that us as retail investors making up 80% of the crypto space will be protected by law, as well as hopefully they doesn't go into the actual return on investment. So that's something to take note. So anyways, for bitcoins, anytime where money pours in, right now we are looking at a $2 trillion market. If 2 trillion becomes 4 trillion, because more investors are coming in, pouring more money into the crypto space, typically 50% of it actually moves into Bitcoin. And when that happens, the remaining actually moves into the 12,000 coins, giving the rest of the ecosystem a kind of a 10x move. So we are still considered as early adopters. We have not reached the cycle of the bull, which should be anticipated between October to December, leaving us the Jan to September for that volatility movement where we can acquire more coins through dollar cost average. So looking at right now over the moving averages of 200 as well as 50, looking at the red and yellow line, Bitcoin is currently not being supported by the moving average, which means we are still below the moving average. Now, of course, the height that we need to break out back is the 50,000 mark before we aim for 55, followed by the highest that we have ever seen Bitcoin was at 64,000 before we break new highs and head towards the 100,000 mark. So of course, if you're a holder of Bitcoin, this is what we do. This is like the Manhattan land. So owning it because of the limited supply, Bitcoin, of course, in down the road between 20 years down or 30 years down, we'll be looking at Bitcoin at $1 million. Now, it sounds bizarre, it sounds crazy, but there's a lot of use cases on this, as well as projections used by 3 different models like the rainbow. We have the S to stock to flow, and certain algorithms that are currently being modeled based on past performance. Now, if you take a step back from an eagle's eye point of view, the name of the game is that more money comes in, naturally the coins goes up. So that's something to always keep in mind, and keep yourself aware on how much in terms of the money that flows into the particular coin. Now, of course, our company's own MicroStrategy has been recently acquired. Michael Saylor has been acquiring more Bitcoins, owning about 0.5% of the 21 millions in circulation. We have countries like Bulgaria, Ukraine, El Salvador, Georgia, who are also putting Bitcoins on their books. Private companies are also coming in, like Tezos Foundation, and EFTs like Grayscale taking over 650 over thousand bitcoins into their portfolio. And most of these companies where you don't actually track it is because the baby boomers are actually pouring their own money coming out from the other 4 asset class like real estate, the bonds and stocks, gold and silver, as well as other investments, and they are buying over the counter from financial services and being charged a certain fee. And this is over the counter is actually increasing the price action in terms of Bitcoin. Now, looking at the hashing rate, we have actually dropped from the 180 hashing power, but we have, as Michael Saylor said, China, with the recent ban that happened a couple months ago, was a $3 trillion mistake that they have made. But you can see a V recovery because North America has been taking up the ownership in terms of keeping the network safe for Bitcoin. So you can see actually we are maybe about 40 M short from reaching the new high. So North America has been doing a good job. The miners over in China have left the country, and they are going around the world looking for cheap electricity, cool air from coming from the mountains, where they can use it to harness Bitcoin more than 51%, keeping our networks safe. Another thing to take note that in terms of wallets, so this is the total unique number of blockchain wallets that are being created. So you can see a very nice growth over a period of time. So if you are in this space, you are still considered early, and you can see that more people are coming in and looking for ways to hedge against the current inflation, as well as the US dollars that are currently having over a few $1 trillion in terms of debt, and the potential rising of the interest rates that could cause an economic shift in terms of wealth transfer. So that's all I have today. Corey, thank you for joining us here at Root Zones. Of course, Manish is not here today because he's currently filming for a show that we will be doing. Lone Wolf Warrior today. Wow, interesting market developments. Thank you for that. Using dark web may be the answer for Chinese crypto investors. Some oversight free forms of net A, and millions of BTC doesn't sound crazy to me at all, but then I'm crazy. Thank you for joining us here. It's right now very late. It's about 10 o'clock right here in Singapore. So I'm going to hit the sack very much soon. And next week, Manish will be driving this. He will be the lone wolf, as I will be going for a cruise for maybe 4 days. It's been a crazy year, I would say, being with this lockdown, the the C-19 saga that continues to perpetuate, and new virus being developed, and the current vaccines that we have taken doesn't seem to be efficient enough to overcome. So this thing will just perpetuate for the next a few years before everyone goes on the herd mentality, and travel starts again and the whole economy moves. But by that time, we would have a paradigm shift, because everything would have been digital. Even your own personal life would be digitalized, and that's where, from a security perspective, you will be, or how would I say, Big Brother will be watching you. So with that, Corey, thanks for joining us. It's been a while. Thanks for giving us your comment. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully same time, same channel. So with that, thank you for joining us, and always keep the comments coming, and do share the latest things that you are come across in terms of the crypto space. Thanks for continuing forth, brother. The opportunity is optimistic and flexible. It's good to dream big. Love y'all. Yeah, very nice said. Bulls or bear, we make money both sides of the way, and it's the only name in town that retailers like us, an average person just working a 9 to 5 job and trading on the sideline, can potentially create wealth changing life for a specific reason, to open up opportunities so that we can bring forth the greater good in the world community, and hopefully touch more lives as we continue this journey. So with that, take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.